Ladies and gentlemen, the Adult Baby Show.
Hey everybody, welcome to the Adult Babies episode episode number 59, Tahir Whitehead.
You having a tough time introducing it?
That was rough.
That's
dude.
B. I'm Chick.
And B just had a stroke. I'm
And
Chris.
No,
And we have a special guest
We do
today.
have a special guest.
Bird guy.
Shaba!
Oh,
What
the
up?
bird
What
call.
up?
First reoccurring guest.
I know. I feel so special.
So
Right?
you are, let's get this, you are the first guest that we've had on more than once.
Yes.
Oh wow.
Besides
Is that
Ian.
true?
Ian,
Okay.
Ian was on. Yeah.
Ian,
We've had-
Ian was
downtown.
On.
Downtown.
He's
sorry,
on
downtown,
twice.
Yeah.
Downtown. Okay.
But he was with when it was Briz.
Right.
Briz.
Okay.
So he's
All right,
the
that's-
first reoccurring with Chris.
I'll take it.
Okay, I forgot that. Well, listen, yeah, we'll see who comes on next. You were downtown Ian.
Start playing favorites here.
Yeah. Right.
Yep,
Downtown has not been on with Chris yet.
he has.
He has not.
So
He
we
has.
do gotta get him back on too eventually.
We would love to get him.
There's
back
been
on.
some chatter that we're looking into it, right?
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We're always trying to get him.
That's
His
cool.
it's
Yeah,
just
he's
more or
It's-
less. It's just organizing where we're gonna do it.
something with him. We'd have to do probably a weekend.
Yes.
You know, if he even wants to.
But
Come out.
nobody, we'll figure that out amongst ourselves.
Yeah, we'll do
Hope
that.
everybody's doing great. Thanks for tuning in. And what were you gonna say? I felt like you had something to say when you were coming on.
Nothing. I don't. What is going on with my intro?
You just
Yeah.
yeah, baby.
I think I'm. You know, honestly, I'm working more now, and I'm coming here. Like I got out of work like 45 minutes ago, and
So you're just not in it.
I'm mentally drained. No, I'm in it. I'm in it,
You're
but
just-
I'm mentally drained.
Yeah.
So like the last couple of shows, I realized when I get here, I'm just sort of like I've hit a wall, and
Working man's a sucker.
I hit
right?
and
that
it
wall.
shows. It shows, man. It shows.
But you know what's funny? One of your good
What's
friends,
funny?
Mr. BB,
Uh-huh.
was reassuring me the other day. We had a conversation via text
Yes.
because he thought the thing that you put together was hysterical, and he
Yes.
wanted to tell me that. And he was
Because we both put it together.
yes,
ourselves.
I know. I was going to give him credit for it, but he was telling me that he's reassuring me that he goes, "Don't worry, B's all in. He's never going to leave you."
Did he say that?
Yes, he did.
What a sicko. He has to
He
say
is.
that.
He put it in to make sure that I know that you're good. He
Oh
goes,
my God.
That's my boy.
Good
I
as
know
in, like,
him.
what, an
He's
adult
not-
baby?
That's
Or
Well, because I always get nervous that B's gonna just quit on us.
Like, what am I going to do? I'm just going to leave? It's like it's a
bird
nice thing.
podcast.
It's a fun thing. Yeah.
Yeah, and he comes on here, and these two are talking about doing a bird podcast. I'm about to kick Shaba off the show.
Well, I'll tell you why. I'll give you a little behind the scenes because Shaba, you come on. You're a birder. You're an
Yes.
avid birder. I enjoy.
But no one
birds.
wants to hear about birds.
We'll
I
talk
enjoy
about
birds
it. We'll
myself.
talk about it.
And right away we started talking, and you said you went on another bird
I went on a
trip,
cruise. Yeah.
a bird cruise.
Wait,
Cool.
let's get into this.
And
Tell us
Chick-
about this
Now,
bird
how much
cruise.
bird
1 second,
shit
one-
is on the deck?
No, there was no bird. No, there was no bird.
Right
shit
away,
like
Chick is like, no birds.
that. No
this
birds.
week.
Oh, but wait, tell me about it.
And I
Tell
was
me
like,
about it.
I was like, I like
tell.
birds.
Do tell.
So I made it. Yeah, I was like, yeah, maybe we'll start our own thing. Bird pod. You
Bird
know,
pod,
the
yeah,
adult
birders.
birder.
The adult
babies.
birders.
I don't know.
The adult- what's a baby bird?
The
called?
bird
It all
baby.
depends. It all depends on what.
Oh, really?
Like a baby eagle's a eaglet, or you know.
Oh, so it depends on
Yeah, it
specific
depends on,
to the
yeah.
A
bird. Oh, I
baby
thought
chick
that
is
was
a
just like-
chicklet.
Yeah, chick. There you go.
I guess that's a dumb question.
New chick.
But yeah, get into this.
Yeah,
cruise.
so it was Memorial Day weekend.
Yes.
So that's how you spent your Memorial Day
Yeah,
weekend?
well, I was in Connecticut visiting my cousin, and he had to work. It was like he got confused. He thought he was off on Saturday, but he wasn't. So I was like, I pretty much had 8 hours to kill. So I was like, I'm gonna go to the Connecticut River on this boat, which I just Googled, and you see supposedly see eagles, osprey, all these different type of birds, hawks, and it was alright. It was like $20, about almost 2 hours. It was like a mini charter, fishing boat. People sitting in the back had a TV because
it was nice out too, right?
Oh, it's
So
beautiful.
nice on the
yeah,
boat.
It was,
Yeah,
good.
it was
It was
gorgeous.
it felt like 85 degrees. You know.
See, I just like going. The cool thing about birding is you get out and about.
Yeah, just
it's
go.
not even
Just
the
go
birding.
places.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just go places. You know, you're getting out.
But did you see a lot of stuff?
I saw one eagle, but it was like flying. A little bird was chasing it, so I really didn't get a good picture of it. But I saw probably 15 osprey. I saw a falcon diving down.
That's
Ooh.
pretty cool.
Yeah,
That's
cool.
what I want to see.
The
Is
falcon's
bird
fast,
fish.
though.
Yeah,
You see
that'd
it,
be
and
cool.
then
And
next
it
thing you
goes.
know, it's gone.
What are those birds? And I'm sorry, Chick, that we're going a
No,
little
no, it's
further
fine,
into
it's
birding.
fine.
We're flying out of your range.
Oh good one.
But
So,
what are the
so slick.
stupid or slick? I know it's either one. What are those birds that make their nests on top of telephone poles?
That's an osprey.
That's an
Yeah, that
osprey.
was an
Are they
osprey.
black and white?
Yeah, black and white.
Okay,
Yeah.
because I was in Shelter Island a couple days this week for work, and there's nothing but there's
Yeah,
a ton of
all over.
ospreys.
Even if you go to North Shore, like Oyster Bay,
Yeah.
Bayville, that's all you see. Even the South Shore, they got them too.
Yep.
They're
South
all over
Shore
the
has
place.
'em.
People are like, how come you taking pictures? Because I fucking see them at home. Like, I don't.
Listen, it's
Well,
very
like,
cool.
listen, you take pictures of what you want to take pictures
Exactly.
of.
What
and
I
you
want
look
to
at
take
what you
pictures
want.
of.
Yeah,
Exactly.
you don't have to explain
Exactly.
yourself to
Yeah.
anybody. Fuck them.
These old ladies. I was
Fuck
definitely
you,
the
lady.
youngest. I was definitely the youngest on the boat by far. Besides, like the children, like with
Now,
their family.
Yeah.
Is this known for the bird? Like, that's what it was, a birding
Well, it's like
cruise,
they go
or-
out. They explore the Connecticut River. There's
feed
like a
you and
castle on the shore, like on the shore that you go past.
They got food and booze
No, you
on
bring
this?
your own. You bring your own. You
Oh,
could bring
okay.
booze if you want.
all right.
Like I said, it's like
nice.
almost 2 hours.
I got drunk this weekend,
like
which was
That's
What?
amazing, right? I
What'd
love
you
hearing
do?
when
I like- I
Went
wanna
to
hear
a buddy
about
of mine's barbecue on Sunday. Had a great time. And I was
Nice.
drinking the Henry's hard orange soda.
did you put a little splash of Sunkist in it?
No,
How'd it taste? How
and
was
they're
it?
amazing.
Now, how does the
I love
Henry's
that.
compare with the Sunkist?
Nothing compares
Hendry.
to Sunkist. It's
Nothing.
got that alcohol taste, and I'm not a huge
Henry's
fan
makes
of
apple cider
alcohol.
too, right?
But the
I think so.
Henry's
Henry's
orange
will fuck you
soda,
up.
hard alcohol,
Nice.
was fancy, like 7% alcohol, and I got fucked up. I was drinking
Well,
a bunch
you-
of those. Not a bunch. I had maybe 5 throughout a
That's
long period of
That's
time.
a good amount for you.
But I don't really drink. Plus, I had a punch bar edible. I had some other edibles. I smoked a bunch. I was fucked up.
So, did you have a hangover Monday?
Not. I mean, I had nothing to do the next day,
Those
so I
hard
went to
sodas,
bed
man.
late
Yeah.
and
A
slept
lot
even
of
later.
sugar.
A lot
Yeah.
of sugar.
Yeah, but we're talking to a guy that takes sugar
loves
down
sugar.
quite frequently.
Yeah, it's not like I had a
Loves
sugar
sugar.
headache.
He's already
Yeah.
hungover.
Yeah.
But no, I had a great time. Happy Memorial Day to everybody.
happy-
Much
Yeah,
respect
yeah.
to those who've fought for this great country
Yep.
and have gave up their lives. We respect you here at the Adult Babies. Happy
we respect
Memorial
you
Day.
here at the Adult Baby.
Yeah.
We do.
And so that was, that's all I did. Dart playoffs are starting soon.
Oh, baby.
Okay.
Big day.
Okay.
And softball started for the kid.
It's all starting.
Yeah, we're having a good season.
Look
Look at
getting
you,
into
man.
And I'm
that.
taking a more.
No wonder why you
I'm
look
sitting
so
back
chipper.
and taking a managerial role this year in softball.
I thought you were doing that for a while now.
Yeah, but I used to play a lot more.
They don't
at
let
least
you on the
bat.
field
No,
anymore.
I am actually
No, he
was
was
one
good
of
on
the
the
better
field.
hitters on the team. Yeah, I'm pretty
He was
good.
good on the field.
Was
But
he?
I'm also, we have so many guys on the team, and
You know, guys, I was thinking.
I would rather just sit back, manager,
just sit back,
call
manage.
all the balls and strikes, and
Be able to-
tell my
so-
players they suck when they suck.
You
and
still
give
wear
them
the
a pat on the
uniform.
ass
Are
when
you an
they-
aggressive manager, though?
Oh, I am the most
course he is.
angry.
He's
and
standing on the base, just throwing.
I'm the
his
guy
hat.
who heckles my batters before they get up to the plate to make sure you get a hit
Yeah.
or threaten my pitcher that I'm going to take him out. Stretch, I love you, kid. I told him this week that it was his last game he's ever pitching for us.
Yeah. That's
He's
good.
playing on the team still, but he can't pitch for us.
can't
So I had
Is
somebody.
he not good? He's not a good pitcher. He's got long arms.
You know
right?
what? He had some good moments. He's just not consistent.
Long arms.
That's what you
like
need.
I don't
That's
know
what
if
you
that
need in
means
softball.
anything.
But now he goes to
consistent.
first because he's 7 feet tall at first base.
Yeah, he's
All
so
right, that's good.
Yeah, that's
you know,
good.
want that
big,
at first
that's a
base.
big first baseman.
yeah, we got 18 guys on the softball team, which is way too
That's
many.
more than enough.
That's
Yeah.
a lot.
So there's no reason for me to play myself over anybody or even bat. I just play everybody else, and I have fun. I get high during the games, and I manage, and
I imagine it works best for you because you can do the least amount of work and you could talk the most amount of shit.
Yep.
yes,
Yep.
and I have
So-
a lot of
That's why he's doing it.
It's right up, it's right up your alley. Sit
So,
down, get
but
high.
that's pretty much what I got going. We're off to a nice start, 500, 3-3, which is good for us. Last
great,
year we
not
were
great.
0-8.
Okay.
We're in
Oh.
an A league, and we're a mediocre team in that league. We're pretty good. We have
Okay.
potential, but we're a bunch of old has-beens.
Yeah, you definitely are.
Got a lot of
sure.
injuries on our team, and they're all, we're just getting old.
All right.
So that's basically what's
Ooh,
been
I
going
ran
on
too
in
much.
my life.
Yeah.
I went to the air show this weekend.
Oh, yeah.
How was that?
Good time.
Was it
man.
loud? Was it loud?
was
Incredibly
quiet.
loud.
Didn't they cancel a lot
he was-
because of the wind?
They there were like some things that they didn't do, but it was really cool. I just can't imagine being up in those planes when they're
Right.
flying like this
Right?
close
They
to
do
each
some
other.
crazy
Fucking-
shit, man. Crazy shit.
I
Those
can't
guys are sick.
Those guys, they're flying
Right?
like this close.
Yeah.
It looks like, and it's
Whenever I think
They
of
get that,
pilots,
what's that, Gforce or something like
Ah,
that?
I don't know what
They,
the fuck
they
it is.
have to I was watching I think NBC News did it. Like one of their news anchors went up with one of these guys.
really?
And you have.
I would love to do
That's
that.
like
Dude, you would
peak local
would
news
turn
thing
into
to
like
do.
flubber. You
I
would-
know, but I would still love to do it.
I
But
want to
that's-
do it, but I don't want to do it.
No,
Like,
see, like I would do that before I like skydive.
oh, I'm never scared.
I'd probably.
That's what I'm saying.
agree
I
with you on
wouldn't
that, yeah.
skydive, but I would do that.
I don't know what that. By the way, that's a good question for the game we have
Yeah.
coming up.
Oh, it is.
That's a good one right there. So it was the Air Force planes that were out. I saw.
Yeah.
And those things are exceptionally loud.
They are super loud. One of them, I can't remember which one it was, but it was like the fighter jet
Yeah.
one. I just like it was so loud, and you could hear it from even when it was on
Yep.
the other side of the beach, right? And I just kept thinking, like, could you imagine, like, you're hearing that, but it wants to kill you?
No.
like you're the enemy.
Yeah,
to that thing.
Yeah.
You're up in the sky and that thing's coming at
That
you.
thing's coming out, or you're on the ground. and it's
Anywhere.
just
You see
looking-
that thing? Yep.
It's just
Yep.
I had for work. I went to Jones Beach this week. On I guess it was Saturday. It was right before the air show, and I'm getting stuff out. In my truck. I'm putting stuff in Jones Beach, like one of these places, a restaurant.
So all you gonna talk about his work things now?
No, but I'm a working man.
That's
now.
good.
No, I
That's
respect
good.
it. No,
But
I know, but he's
it
mentioned work 4 times already. This
Well,
episode.
what happened was I'm sitting there in the back, and where I was right on the water, and these goddamn planes came down.
Scared the shit out of you, huh?
I honestly, I think my heart stopped for a
I think they're
minute.
the Thunderbirds. I think that's what it was this year.
They were the
Thunderbirds,
Thunderbirds, yeah.
Thunderbirds, yeah.
The F-16 Thunder.
Yeah.
It was so low where I was. Have you ever like just been so stunned where you sort of shake? You're like, like you don't know what. Dude, somebody saw me. Like one of the chefs was like,
Wow,
they're
man.
loud, right?
You're nuts, bro.
Dude, you have no idea.
I guess I can't say because I wasn't there. but
They
like,
came out of
might wonder-
you know
nowhere.
what? If you're not expecting them,
I wasn't
Yeah,
expecting it.
right,
I
yeah,
thought
yeah.
I thought I was getting blown to smithereens. I wasn't there for an air show. I'm taking hamburger patties out of the back of a truck.
I
Okay.
mean, come on though. Like, what did you? I
Chick,
don't know.
if you were there,
Yeah,
that you would have left in a
probably shit
stretcher.
my pants.
I'm telling
yeah.
you.
I would've
probably
fucked
shit my
you.
pants.
It was 1 minute I'm hearing seagulls. I'm moving hamburger patties out of the back of a truck, and the next it's a Gforce sound coming. Dude,
Stop
it was
saying G-force.
hey, I think you're using G-force all
I
wrong.
feel like it's not right at all.
G-force.
Can you well, I did look.
That
at,
was as loud as a G-force.
Maybe that's why the person was looking at you weird.
Did you hear that G-force? Did you hear that G-force?
well, the Gforce is something that you'll
on a
pass
woman's
out.
body. Oh,
No.
He never found that either.
Okay, all right. Well, you don't know that. I don't know what kind of comeback that was. You don't know that.
that one.
You teach dead animals to go to the vet.
who told
take
you?
Take you to the vet.
I watched the thing on NBC where they took a newscaster up into this thing, and the G-force was so forceful that if he didn't breathe out fast enough, he was gonna pass out
Yeah,
because all the
pass out,
blood.
yeah.
I feel like that when they take the guy up into the fighter plane is such a local news thing to do.
Yeah, it is.
But it's It's got to be dangerous. You can't just take.
I'm sure it's fine.
I don't think that. Yeah, but I don't think they. You think they train before they like the
They
newscaster
have
trains?
to do something.
You think so?
Yeah.
But they're not flying it.
No,
No, they're
but
chilling in the back.
No,
I think
but-
I think the news reporter threw up one year.
I hate
like,
to
all
say-
up in
Yeah,
the
yeah,
helmet,
that's what I'm saying. I see that
I
every
think
year.
I saw that.
Yeah.
They send some poor soul up there.
it's the G-force. It's what
I
it is.
think he's actually using G-force right.
I know I am.
G-force is a force acting on a body as a result of acceleration or gravity.
Yeah, no, he's using that right. But when he said, "Did you hear that G-force?"
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
that wasn't it.
Well, you guys know what I'm saying.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
yeah.
It was loud, and it scared me a little bit.
It doesn't take much.
Scared old
Okay,
B.
okay, chick.
Too bad you didn't have your blanket with you.
No, I wish I did. A weighted
You,
blanket.
I wish you would have pissed yourself.
Listen, I was close. So it was good overall. The air show was good.
Great. Loved it. A lot of people there, though.
Yeah,
Could have been
wow.
less
What day
people.
was that? Saturday or
Sunday,
Sunday?
I went.
Sunday. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, they also do like a pre-air show,
Yeah, you
air
practice.
show on like Friday, I
Yeah,
think
they
it
do a
is,
practice
show.
where they do like they have a lot of the same shit that's going to go
Yeah.
on.
Well, that's where
That's what I would rather go to because it's too mad, like busy.
Crazy.
It's just
lot
a
of
I went
madhouse.
one year. I had to park all the way down
Yeah,
by
it's a
Gilgo.
madhouse.
I had to walk
Oh, no
all
thanks.
the way. Yeah, it was.
See,
it was
I went real early and wouldn't have been a problem if not for, I don't know if you guys heard, the Massapequa guy, hometown,
Yeah,
beat the shit out of somebody in the middle of the parkway.
I heard with a baton.
No, I didn't hear
Beat
this.
the dude with
Yeah,
the baton.
Beat the fuck out of somebody with a baton.
Massapequans, except for you,
Yo,
Chris, is such trash.
Massapequa
No, he's
lately,
trash too.
But
Come on.
Massapequa's been in the news lately.
Yeah,
It's
been in the news a couple
yeah.
times.
Let's not bash Massapequa too much because Farmingdale did have a hostage situation in it
No, they
yesterday.
did.
Well, we had that
Yesterday,
body,
what
so-
happened?
Yesterday,
Yeah.
today's the
We got
29th.
MS-13
Wait a
bodies.
second. I can only take what
In
first-
between my house and your house, like in that streets on Merritt's Road,
Uh-huh.
on Lambert, I think, there was a hostage
Everything
situation.
always goes down on Lambert.
I
I've seen a lot
don't
of
know the
stuff.
full story, so anybody, if I'm wrong, don't get mad at me. But what I heard was that a guy, a boyfriend or a husband, don't know if they were married or
Doesn't
dating,
matter.
held his significant other hostage with a shotgun in
Boyfriend?
the room. No, it was
it-
a male and a female.
Oh, okay. You never
But
know.
I just don't know if it was a married couple or a boyfriend girlfriend. But he apparently had the girl hostage with a shotgun, and I also heard that he didn't take his meds. Maybe he's supposed to be on meds.
There you
I
go.
don't know if that was true.
What was the motive, though? Was it?
I don't know the details.
Relationships,
probably
man.
wasn't
That's
giving
why
it
I'm
up.
not
But
getting
he
in.
did come out
cheating or-
with it.
He
He
would
did come. I think it all
immediately
got.
hold someone else.
G-force of a relationship.
Apparently, it
got to
ended
his
with
head.
nobody dying. So the guy wound up
Oh,
surrendering,
okay.
but it went on from like 3 PM to
Yeah, you
like
can't do that,
10
pal.
at night.
You can't do that.
You can't do
Not
it.
the way to settle an
So
argument.
that's Farmingdale.
So that's farming. And what did this trash bag Massapequa man do?
Yeah.
So
fuck
this guy
Piqua.
beat the shit out of somebody with a baton right at the pencil,
pencil,
like in
yeah.
the circle.
Was he Italian?
Right there.
Probably. He's
Probably.
Massapequa.
He's an Italian Massapequa
Yeah,
on
he's
steroids.
Massapequa.
And
He wasn't a
and
nice
then
Irish
just
guy for sure.
got in his car, drove away,
Took off.
Of course
That's
he did.
it.
closed down all the lanes.
Yeah.
Nothing happens to
The guy
them.
was all right though. The guy that got
Guy
hit.
was okay.
Yeah, the guy that got hit
Guy
was all
okay.
right.
They ended up
Where was the
arresting
guy that he got
later.
hit from?
I don't know.
I'll tell you, I
It was
wasn't
a
even
road
there.
rage.
Farmingdale. That is that.
I,
Yeah.
I
Imagine
wasn't.
it was.
I wasn't even there, but I know why it was. People don't yield at
Yes.
the.
They don't yield
They
at
don't
the
know
thing.
how to
Fucking
work
idiots.
the traffic circle.
Yielding is probably. I feel like
G-force of the
driving.
traffic circle.
Yeah.
Driving. Your driving test should just be yielding and like
Yielding. Traffic
parking
circles.
and like yeah, really, it's
It
nuts.
should be yield more than anything. I don't know if I feel like I might have mentioned this on the podcast before, but I have a plan where there's a
God.
yield sign right at the end of my block, right by the golf course over there. Nobody yields, okay? Nobody stops and waits for all.
Are you talking about the one at that main intersection?
The one right at the end of my block.
To go onto Round Swamp Road, right?
Yes,
Okay.
that one right
Yes.
there.
Okay.
Getting out of there. I have a plan in place, and I haven't done it yet. I'm gonna do it someday.
No, you're not.
One day.
Someday it'll
Heard
happen.
it
I'll
here
help
first.
you. I'll help you. How about
I
that?
want.
He's
I,
not doing shit.
I want to take a big sign, and I want to say, "Yield?" ? Do you know what to do? Huh? What do you think about that?
Nobody thinks that's funny.
No, you.
It's not supposed to be funny. It's supposed to be informative. It's
I thought you were gonna like say cut the sign down.
No,
or,
no, no.
Yeah.
something like
Or
that.
change it to a stop
like, wear
sign
all
or
black
something,
with a ski
like-
mask. I'm like,
No,
You know what I'm gonna
Why
do?
change it?
I'm gonna write a letter.
You know what bothers me
writing
the
a
most?
big letter to the people to make them. I don't want them to change the sign. I want them to know the rules of the yield.
Do you know where that red light is?
I'm already sleeping.
Well, you would probably go past it. That's why.
No, I'm a good yielder.
That's the dumbest idea ever that you've ever had.
You
on
don't
this
think-
show.
You know what
If
though?
you're going to-
I'm a good yielder, but if I saw someone put that sign there, I'd be like,
I'm like, fuck
fucking
this
cunt.
yield. Fuck that sign.
Now I can't stop.
I think
Only
I-
people who live right by a sign like that would get that aggravated with the sign.
That's
Because
so
it-
passive aggressive.
It is.
It's not
Petition
passive.
for a
aggr-
stop sign or something.
I I just want to put like a big sign there, oak tag maybe.
Oh,
and-
that'll
oak
really.
tag.
like
and-
bright, like
I'm
yellow.
glad you
Or
got
like say,
quality.
do you see the yield sign?
What color
Do
oak
you know
tag?
what a yield sign means?
Yellow, like the yield.
I would go neon yellow.
Yeah, I would
So
go
what's
neon
your
yellow.
what are people doing there that really bothers you?
They go through it.
They
they
just
don't
go.
yield.
They don't
They
yield
don't
at all,
yield.
or they stop.
They
too
don't
long.
yield to all traffic.
I don't think people know what yielding is.
They don't.
They're like,
You gotta see this picture. He's in a military surplus jacket. He's sitting there with his arms on the table. He's like, they don't yield.
It looks like he's trying to start like a rebellion against traffic signs.
Make yielding great again. Please.
Well, all right. You know what? You guys don't. Obviously, you guys don't live near a
Fucking
yield
Green
sign.
Panther Party.
Whatever. Sorry. Well, if you
His
live
hat
near,
is yield yellow.
if you live near a yield sign, you guys might feel the same way, but apparently you don't. You all live in bliss.
I live in a court.
No,
It's
I
the
got a
best
lot
thing
of
ever.
stop
I live by the Sun
Barely
State.
get any traffic. I love it.
Stop signs.
Well, actually,
whatever.
we get a lot
People
of
go-
traffic in the court, but nothing crazy.
You guys, but your parking here is weird.
Yeah,
I don't know where to park.
I don't know where to
Park
park
on the
here.
side.
ever.
I don't
I
understand the confusion of the parking here.
It's weird. Like I know, like the pole is the cutoff.
It's
All
the
the other
angle.
thing is
It's the
follow
angle. It's the
follow
angle.
the rule, like follow what everybody else is doing. That's in
Yeah.
there. There's always a lot of cars.
I
in
just
here.
like parking in the driveway. I'm
Well,
like,
you
know
can,
what?
yeah. Just
Yeah,
come right in
that's
the
what I do.
driveway for the most part. But,
Usually I would go. I parked on the side. I don't know who's here.
you're not allowed to park on my driveway.
I wouldn't want to park in this driveway because then you get stuck here. You know.
I know. Chris is gonna have to move right after this.
Now I went to Fire Island this weekend. I worked all weekend. Bringing up work again. That's right. I am.
5.
I worked all weekend, 6, and I Mark Sanchez. And I what I
It's the worst one.
Well, he's 2 AFC championship games.
Butt fumble.
Well, okay.
Loses.
Okay. Can we get back on track, fellas? Can we get back on
You
track?
opened yourself up
You
to
did.
it.
How about you guys
Don't be
yield
jumping Mark
to my
Sanchez.
conversation?
How about you don't bring a person to every number that you mention?
I can't help it. So I go to Fire Island. I go out Sunday afternoon. Had a nice couple days. I was off Monday and Tuesday. I ended up coming back Monday. It was nothing. It was relaxing.
Was it
It was
packed?
fun. It was, but I didn't go to any. Yeah, I stayed
Right,
stayed at the
stayed,
house,
okay.
and it was nice. On the way back, I had to take the ferry, and I took a later ferry back Monday night. Monday around 7. Now, I get there, and first of all, I'm bothered by everybody that is on this ferry. And because I'm like, oh, you people they're here for the day.
Oh, I live here. Fuck you.
So the
Get
residents,
right.
outta
the residents
here,
don't
bro.
like the what's it called? The party goers, I guess you would say.
You
or-
I wouldn't call them party
bar.
goers. I would call them more assholes.
So
That's what I would call them.
Okay. The
So-
rascals.
Fuck you, bro. That's what that place is for. If it wasn't for those assholes spending all that money there, you guys wouldn't even be there.
I don't know about that.
I mean, listen, I get that they spend money on the houses, but nobody would ever
Yeah,
go
but
there.
the houses where it's at.
It would be shitty if nobody was there.
Well, I've developed this thing where I put on my headphones now because I don't listen to
You are
music
such a bougie prick.
because I want to hear what everybody's saying, but
without talking.
but I don't want them to
do
know
that
I'm
on the
listening.
train sometimes.
It's a great move.
I never thought about that.
Sometimes I'm like, I just can't listen.
If there's like
to,
a big group in the 6-seater on the train,
Oh my
sometimes I
God.
gotta.
All
and,
the-
and I'll give it like
You
10.
ear hustling fucking fan.
That's right.
I'm like, shut up in the 6-seater. Like, be quiet. I'm trying to freaking
No, I want them
sleep
to be
here.
quiet, but while they're loud, I need to.
I'll give it 10 minutes.
He wants
I'll
to
give
hear
it.
how dumb they really
I'll
are.
give it 10 minutes to see how awful the conversation is or what's going on. So anyway, I pull in. I sit in the. I'm by myself. I sit in the very end of a ferry, right by the end, and this family they start bringing them all on. They start coming on. This family comes with me.
Oh, goddamn this family.
They were the worst. So it was a lady and a guy, and they started dating. They're in their mid-50s, okay?
Okay.
And they live in Manhattan. I know their whole life story.
Okay.
We get about 10 minutes, 15 minutes into the conversation. I'm hating everything these people are saying. They're like, we have no friends out here. You know, we live in Manhattan and we come. Oh, God. I'm just bothered by.
So why are you there?
Yeah, right. Exactly.
I'm bothered by everything that these people are saying. Then there's a little girl
That's
involved.
a bad choice of people to talk to, though, I feel
I
like,
wasn't
on
talking
your
to them.
No,
part.
he was
They
listening.
ended up sitting next to me.
But
and-
he was like, yeah, I just feel like you could pick your seat better.
Well, I got there before them, so that's also why they kind of got stuffed next to me. So I'm sort of looking out into the ocean there. We're getting ready to go, and there's a little girl there, and she goes, she goes, how long have you had your bunny? And I'm like, how long have you had your bunny? I look next to me. This lady's got a bunny on the Fire Island ferry
On the leash?
on her lap.
A real bunny.
A real bunny.
Wait, what?
Dude, there was a bunny on the ferry.
That's amazing.
Now, of all people in the Fire Island, dogs come, that's fine.
Yeah.
They bring dogs on there.
A rabbit.
A rabbit? You can't leave your rabbit at home? The
Why
rabbit...
does Dog's
weird.
okay to bring in, not a rabbit.
I don't
Why are you
know, rabbit's
prejudiced
kinda
against
weird,
pets?
huh?
Yeah, I feel like you
Dog
could leave a rabbit at home. Like
Dogs are
Maybe
more
they're
domestic.
going to be there for the weekend, and you can't leave a rabbit by itself for 3
You
days.
can put a little
you
pellet.
could put a fucking piece of carrot in the cage and
Exactly.
Listen, I'm not. I don't know how to take
See,
care
I
of a
don't
rabbit.
know.
Maybe
My
they love
cousin
the
had a
rabbit and
carrot.
they want to
Oh,
bring it.
My cousin
I
had a
don't
carrot.
know.
My cousin had a rabbit, and you could just.
You know what, bro?
Rabbit is like a cat.
I'm just more questionable about that person's like
Carrying them.
relationship.
The person
with
is
the rabbit.
obviously a weirdo.
Okay, yeah, that's why I kept the headphones on and the music off, because I have to listen to this whole damn
How
conversation.
long did she have the rabbit?
She had it for 10 years.
Rabbits live for 10
Yeah,
years?
yeah, 7 to 10 years.
Wow.
So some of the things.
Maybe see, it's old. She
Well,
can't
it's-
leave it by itself because it's old.
Well, good.
Maybe it has to get medication
Probably
every
her,
day.
it's probably her therapy.
I'm
fucking
saying
pet.
maybe
It
he has to
sounded
get
like-
medication or
Probably a
something
therapy
like that.
pet.
Yeah, it
the
could be.
little girl wanted to pet the bunny, and she's like, no, it might bite. And now I'm like, wow, now there's a bunny next to me that might bite me.
Yeah.
What else? The other
The lady just didn't want the kid to pet
This
it.
ain't no fucking Bugs
Well, they
Bunny
came-
over here, all right?
And she's like, oh, we let it out. It's what's it like to own a bunny? She goes, it's stressful. That's what she said. She said it's stressful.
Oh,
to
this
own
is
a
a
bunny.
person that I can't.
And
Yeah.
everything.
All right, I don't like this person.
And
You're
now,
stressed
and now I'm
out by
looking
a
back.
bunny.
I'm looking back to the beginning of the conversation where the guy is there, and they're like, yeah, we come out here every weekend. We haven't met friends yet. And I'm like, maybe it's because you're bringing a barn animal to Fire Island, right? Are you guys with me on
No,
this?
that I'm
Yeah,
with you.
no,
with.
no,
That
I'm
that I'm
with
with
you.
you.
You
No,
know,
that I'm
this
with you.
I'm with you
with.
on. Yeah.
That
I
I'm
get it.
with.
It's all coming full circle
Yeah.
It's
now.
also,
All
if
right.
you're stressed out by a bunny, you're not making friends.
Yeah, you're not making
But
fun.
why
What's dinner
why
plans
you
with
have
you?
a bunny if it stresses you out?
Because they need something.
They need something.
Because
exactly.
they need something.
People are
She
soft
prob-
these days. They need something.
Exactly.
They,
She probably
they
lives a
need
very
something to
nice
complain
life.
about too. She probably lives a great life. But I got this bunny.
This
I
damn
got-
bunny.
You know what, man? This damn bunny. I
Yeah.
wish I didn't have it, but I
No,
do. And
guys,
when that
I'm-
bunny
All right,
dies,
I'm on
she's
board.
buying
I hate
another
this
one.
lady.
I'm an
Just buying
animal
another
lover.
one.
I wanted to take this bunny and punt it off of the pier.
Well, I'm not mad at the bunny as much as I'm mad at the owner.
I'm mad at the bunny too. I'm like, I'm sorry. Guilty by association.
Okay.
It's
I didn't like
probably-
anything going
yeah.
on there.
You're a prick.
Yeah. By the way, if anybody saw, I was writing this down in my phone. I'm writing down everything I'm seeing just so I remember it. If anybody on that ferry saw me writing down this thing with this bunny, like I'm a stenographer, they would want to kick me off. Like everything
the
I'm
bunny
saying.
would have had-
You're
bite.
just as weird as all these people.
Oh, I get
though.
that, but I'm allowed to complain.
You really are just as weird as all these people.
That's fine. That's why I'm in company with you.
But you know what? Let's get to this game that you
Get to
texted
the
me
game.
about
All right,
a
so
few
I-
days ago.
Yeah,
like
so
this.
so I have a game. I made up a game. Now I want people that are listening to know the questions could be a little odd, right? Because we're dealing with an odd guy. The name of the game I'll reveal in a second. But this is how we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it like this
Why can't you just say the name of the game first?
because we'll reveal it in a second. Basically, we're gonna ask some questions. It's all gonna be towards Chick, our friend Chick.
Alright.
Me, Chris, and Shaba will write in what we think. You write in your real answer, and then whoever has out of me, I guess me, Chris, and Shaba, whoever has the most answers,
answers.
that
You're
you
technically
pick.
the answer key.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
And we
I'm the
gotta-
answer key. Exactly.
Right.
You are the answer case. You guys ready to get? And there's 13 questions.
What's the name of the game? Because you were going to go in right without saying it.
I wasn't gonna do that.
Welcome to the Adult Babies Game Show. What would Chick pick?
What would Chick pick?
You guys ready to get started?
Wait.
How did you do that?
You picked
Don't
the
worry
sickliest
about it.
sounding voice.
Right? What's up with that?
Is that your niece?
No,
No, it's not his.
no,
niece.
it's computer generated.
Yeah.
But why are we getting into how you make the
Play
soup?
that again, please.
Oh, come
That's
on.
it sounds like a
would Chick?
hospital patient.
What would Chick pick?
Welcome to the Adult Babies Game Show. What would Chick pick?
That's kind of creepy. I don't know.
That is so creepy.
That's like what you hear before you're about to get murdered.
Yeah, right?
By something
What
from the
would
TV.
Chick do?
Yeah.
Woo! There you go,
You hear
baby.
that? You
Bringing
like
it.
that? All right. We got theme music.
What were we saying before? What would Chick do? What
Now we're gonna leave this on in the
Chick
background
do?
What
while
would
we
Chick
play.
pick?
What would Chick pick?
What would Chick pick?
Play on Chick Picks.
What would I pick?
All right, so I'm going to be reading the questions. Feel free to play along at home. And
Yeah, grab your pen and paper.
If you want to send in your answers, email us
yeah.
at
Yeah.
adultbabyshow@gmail.com.
Good
Or
idea.
hit us up on Instagram, or you can email us straight through the website.
Yeah, if you
Good
go to our
idea.
website now, adultbabyshow.com, you'll have the links to all of our stuff. It's now up as a little bio about us. It's nice. Check it out.
all righty. You guys ready to get this started?
Yep.
Get it going.
What would Chick pick? All right, question number 1.
I can't wait.
Do it.
Chick, would you rather lose your Netflix/HBO accounts for 6 months or lose your job for 6 months? Now, what we're going to do is you're going to write it. We're all going to write it down.
What would I rather lose for 6 months?
You're going to either lose your job for 6 months or you're going to lose your Netflix and HBO and Showtime accounts. Nothing but regular cable television for you for 6 months.
Can I go on the internet and watch things that way?
Like illegally stream it?
Yes.
I feel like that's cheating.
You have nothing but cable television. You can't
Okay.
stream anything.
All right.
You have 10 seconds.
This is tougher than it should be.
That was easy.
Oh, I picked this
That
one.
was easy. Now, do I have an advantage to these questions since I've known him like
5 seconds. Everybody have their answers?
I'm good.
Do we all have our
good, I'm
answers?
ready.
I'm good. I'm good.
I picked job.
Okay. You pick job.
I pick job.
You pick job. I pick job. Chick, what is the answer?
My J.O.B.
right.
Ding ding
All
ding
right.
ding 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 ding.
That's one for everybody. By the
Yeah.
way, I'm going to need a pen.
That was an easy one.
I
is
realize
the
I'm going to need a
answer,
pen.
Let me get a pen.
Well, you know what? We could just go like this. All right. All right. Question number 2. Chick,
I can't wait for
you
these.
can't watch the original Game of Thrones anymore. It's done. You've watched it all once, or probably a few more
10
times than
times.
once.
10 times.
But from now on, you can't watch any more. It's over.
Are these gonna be all TV related?
No. How about you listen?
All right, I'm
Okay.
listening.
Might I have to repeat that?
Wait, that's the whole thing?
No.
Oh,
Or you can never watch any of the spin-off series. Which one do you pick?
oh, that's easy.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
That's easy.
Now I already saw the show though, right?
You already saw
yeah.
Game of Thrones.
But still, I still have my answers easy.
Yeah.
All right.
I think I know what it is.
Chris, what did you pick?
It's what he can never watch the original again. That's what I picked.
He can never watch the original.
Yeah.
Okay.
I went with spin-offs. That he can never watch the spin-offs.
I went with spin-offs as well. What did you pick?
This is a great reason to know why they know me a little better than Chris.
Wow.
The spin-offs.
Yeah. Spin-offs.
I'd rather not know what I'm missing than
Right.
not be able to
It
watch
would
that.
drive
Yeah.
you.
How many times have you seen the series, though?
I've watched the whole series over before each
Ready for this
season
answer?
came out.
Oh, my God, that's
So
8
that was
times.
7 times.
7 times.
7 times, and then I watched it an extra time. So 8 times. And I'm probably going to watch it again.
All right. So,
Alrighty then.
so Chris, next to yours, you put a little X. And me and Shaba will put a.
I like these
Check.
questions
Big
so
check.
far. These
Big
questions are great.
All right,
And
good.
we are going to give credit to B. We can't say his name at all.
We'll just say BB.
BB.
Yeah.
BB,
BB.
helped B make this game.
Me and BB Saturday. We spent our
Triple
Saturday
B
night.
made this game.
We spent our Saturday night like talking about the podcast. Like, yeah, let's do this game. Let's think of something.
And then they were laughing
cool.
and so drunk that I got 2 texts from them simultaneously
Yeah.
about how great the game is going to be.
And by the way, then our text the next morning to each other was like, Jesus, that game is probably god awful. Truth be told, I finally looked at my phone and looked at the game questions on Monday afternoon. And I saw where the night started to change. So I had to make some changes in the questions.
Something tells me I'd rather the drunk questions.
Yeah, well, believe me, there's some ridiculous questions here. Okay, guys, number 3.
Ooh.
Chick, you wake up tomorrow with no eyebrows. Or you wake up tomorrow with a lifetime ban from Lake Wallapapank. Which one do you pick?
Ooh.
Oh,
Oh,
that's
that's
easy.
yeah, that's the easy one.
These are pretty easy if you know me.
Hey, listen, we're getting there.
Because this
I'm
might be harder for some people if they gave a shit about certain things.
I'm peppering you with
the easy ones.
easy questions.
Okay, I like that.
Okay.
Gradually gets harder.
Chris is like crossing out, and rewriting.
He's like, shit.
No, this pen doesn't work.
Yeah, give me
These
that
pens stink.
This pen sucks.
I brought the
Shit.
pens. I'm allowed to say that.
There we go.
All right, Chris, what'd you pick for number
No
3?
eyebrows.
No eyebrows.
Can't see them anyways.
That's true.
I'm going with no eyebrows.
I went with Lake Wallapapank. Chris, Chick,
You
what'd you?
stupid me? No eyebrows. I'm
Think
never
about
not
why
going
would
to
you
Lake
say that?
Wallapapak.
I was like,
Lake Wallen
You think I give a fuck
He
about
kind of
my
really
eyebrows?
doesn't even have eyebrows right now because
Yeah,
you really
like,
can't. Well, with the glasses on, you can't even
Wow,
tell.
you
got-
look
Okay.
different with that.
Put him back on. Put him back on.
all right, it's a big X for me.
I don't give a shit what I look like.
I should have.
Shaba, if you
Taking
don't
that
win
into
this game,
consideration.
going away, I'm going to be disappointed.
I know. I'm gonna. I might. I'm
For those who don't know, Shaba I've known since kindergarten.
kindergarten.
And he's probably
Like we said last
one of my best
podcast.
friends right now, so I don't understand how he can't
But
win.
these
you're my
questions
best
could be a
friend.
little off.
Right
you
now.
know,
right now,
these are
You never know.
circumstantial
Shaba
questions.
knows things could change real
things can
quick.
change real quick with chick. One wrong text and you're done.
Number 4.
All right, continuing on with what would Chick pick? Number 4. Would you give up sun-kissed orange soda? Or would you give up a toe? Any toe of your choice. What do you pick?
Any toe of my choice.
Any toe of your
That's
choice.
a toe.
Yeah,
Or you give up sun-kissed.
has to be.
Tell me when everybody's ready.
I'm ready.
I had to think twice about this
It's a
one.
toe.
I know. I'm just trying to think
When
about
he
this
asked
one, but I
any
got you.
toe, it's a toe.
It's a toe.
It's a toe.
The fact that he didn't specify which toe it was.
Any toe.
Any toe.
Wait,
It
he's
could
a
be any
pinky?
toe.
Wait, he's a pinky toe?
Just one toe?
You
I
can take
picked
my
sun-kissed.
not my toe.
I went with toe.
So you would rather
Lose a
drink
pinky
sun-kissed.
toe. I love Sunkiss. It's my favorite drink.
Listen, he's gonna lose a foot from
Just
all
don't
the
lose your
sun
big
kiss.
toe. Your big toe is like your balance, I believe.
Yeah,
so.
that's what I was gonna
like
say. You
pinky
said any
toe.
toe.
So if I said your big toe, you would have.
Yeah, that would have changed everything.
But a pinky toe,
But yeah,
you would lose a pinky toe for sun-kissed.
That is awesome. That is so awesome.
I'd also lose my job for a TV show.
All right, this is a rough one here. Okay, Chick, what would you pick? You don't get high for 10 years,
I've done it for 5.
or your nephew breaks a finger.
Just a finger?
Just a finger.
Ah, you piece of shit. These
I'm not the piece of shit. You write it down what you want.
Wow.
You don't get high for 10 years.
Shabbos
That's a tough one. That's a tough one.
It's just a finger.
Yeah,
It's just a finger.
Wait, what?
By the way, any finger of your choice.
Wait, you said break a finger?
Breaks a finger.
Breaks
His
a finger.
nephew
That's only a
breaks
few weeks. How? Wait, right now at his age, right now?
Right now at his age.
Dude, he can.
Wait,
he'll
does
be
he have to
fine.
break the finger?
I don't have
I'm
to.
trying
break
to.
You don't have to-
I'm trying to talk you into it. Like, he'll be fine.
You don't have to break his finger, but you know deep down you're the
I
reason.
feel like if I write that on this question, he's gonna break his finger this week.
All right, so I got one wrong.
I
then.
doubt it.
Well, we'll see. He didn't write it down yet.
Just remember, it could be a pinky.
Could be. But it's a broken finger. There's a splint. Chris, what'd you pick?
Nephew's finger.
Nephew's finger.
I went with finger too.
Nephew's finger. I went with high. Getting high.
I went with high.
You went with high.
All right.
I love my nephew. That's my
All right, but
godson.
it's a broken finger.
He also didn't specify which nephew, which he should have specified, because that could make a
Well,
difference.
you have a favorite nephew?
No, I don't have a favorite nephew.
All right, yeah. Well,
Sounds like you got a favorite.
well, you know,
One of them is my godson. Let's just be real.
that's an interesting answer. Interesting answer.
I have to.
I thought
you
for
know what? I
sure
can't
Looking
wish.
back in the last two,
I can't
If
That's
wish.
what I'm
weren't-
saying. That's why I went with
if
finger.
I am
weren't
self-destructive, but I will never wish any harm on my family.
Okay.
but you just did.
Well, that's nice.
No, I didn't.
Oh, you didn't. You're
I
right.
said
No.
no pot for 10
Sorry.
years.
And you know what? I was kind of
Long
thrown too
time,
because he's
pal.
like, oh,
Long
I
time.
stopped for 5 years. So I was like, well, If you can stop for 5 years, you can probably stop for 10 years. You know, family, breaking finger. I should have went with
Even
that.
though it's only a broken
but you'd be
finger,
like
I just
50.
can't sleep at night wishing any ill will on my godson.
Right.
No, that's good. No, you're right.
Or any of my nephews for that
Right.
matter.
But if you can't drink orange soda, fuck your toes.
I don't care about my personal well-being.
Okay.
This is why no one will ever get me.
Okay. All right.
That was a good question, by the way.
Thank you.
That was good.
That was a good
That was a
one.
good one.
That was a thinker.
Yeah.
Number 6. What would Chick pick? Would you rather kiss former Met Paul Duca on the mouth or take a year off from watching the Mets? What does Chick pick?
Is it a quick kiss or like
It's a kiss on the mouth. That's all I'm going to say.
Is it romantic?
It's you and Paula Duca.
1 year off from my shitty Mets?
1 year off. I feel like you're giving a lot away.
I feel like he's trying
Yeah.
to throw us.
Yeah, I
You
think
guys don't know what I'm doing.
So
So
Your-
I either kiss LaDuca,
your options
a
are
peck on the lips
I mean,
to
LaDuca's a
LaDuca.
tough one though. That's,
you're
Yeah.
with Paula Duca. You're out of place, and you sort of.
I don't even like Paul LaDuca.
oh,
that much.
It's a kiss.
it's a
You kiss him on the mouth.
tongue?
Or
Is there tongue involved?
well, depends.
Depends
It
on- okay.
depends what LaDuca wants to.
oh.
But
His eyes just lit
they're
up.
out of place, and you have to kiss Paula Duca on the mouth, or you can't watch the Mets for a year. What do you pick, chick? Tell me when you guys are ready, Chris.
Paula Duca.
Paula Duca.
I'm gonna go with Mets.
You going with Mets?
Yeah.
I'm going the Paula Duca kiss on the mouth.
Mets for a year.
Woo!
I love my Mets, and I never want to not watch them.
That's-
But Paul LaDuca's a shit Met. I don't even like him that
He has a
much.
fucking tattoo of the Met logo.
Yeah, I mean,
So you wouldn't watch the Mets for a year?
I would suck
You're
it up
okay
for
with
1
that.
year.
All
They
right.
probably would lose.
There's always next year,
Hey,
right?
yeah, there's
Isn't
always
that,
an
isn't that the
next-
Mets logo?
My luck, they wouldn't.
tagline.
They would not. Here's my thing: if because I didn't watch, they won a World Series, good for them, and I'm happy that they did it. But
God,
that
would
wouldn't happen.
sting.
Right.
It wouldn't sting because I go to the parade. You said I can't watch them, but I could still go to the parade.
Yeah, you can go to the parade.
Or I could listen.
All right. I'm happy I got that
Well,
one right.
that's, I mean,
All right.
No, I'm
okay.
joking, but I'm just no. I get it. I just Paul Dukas. You know, if that was David Wright,
Hey, different story.
that
Little tongue, little finger.
was just a poor choice of a Met.
Yeah, I had
That
a
wasn't
few
even
different
like
nights.
somebody
Yeah,
I
what
look
made
up
you- what
to
made you
or
pick him?
admire. Like,
I don't know. It was the
You'd
first
kiss
one.
an
I,
idol?
Well, if you're saying Tom Seaver, I'd be like, fuck yeah, bro. He's
Yeah,
the greatest
fucking
Met of all
legend.
time. I'll give him a nice little
Fucking
peck on the
legend.
cheap.
I went with Paula
On
Duca
the
because
lips.
he's a very he's not a legendary Met. He's a name.
But that's exactly
But
why.
Yeah, that's why.
He's a Met.
Yeah. Would you kiss Lenny Dykstra on the mouth?
Oh no, Lenny Dykes is a disgusting man.
Yeah. See,
tobacco-
I almost
with
went.
tobacco in
I
his
almost
mouth?
went
Right,
with
didn't he shoot
Dykstra.
a
Lenny,
tobacco?
yeah, he's just a disgusting human being. Even though I got the nails jersey, I would never
Yeah.
kiss Lenny
All right,
Dykstra.
all right. Listen, some of these questions, in hindsight,
And once you said that LaDuca could slip me the tongue, I'm out.
I saw his eyes
Yeah,
lit up
yeah.
as soon as I said that. Or as soon as you
I
said
thought his
that.
eyes were lighting up for a different reason.
Yeah.
This is the closest he'll ever become to a professional Met. All right, number 7.
Halfway there.
What would Chick pick? This is a long one. Let's hope I
Can
read
you
it.
read it?
Let's hope. Chick, you get a meet and greet with David Goggins. He signs your fat tits. He gives you a motivational speech. But then he takes you out for a 4-hour Navy SEAL workout. It doesn't go well. Or you get a year's supply of free Taco Bell delivered to you anytime you want. But David Goggins is there to smack you after every meal and calls you the big disappointment. Which do you pick?
Wow.
Wow.
You want me to read that again?
No,
Well,
I
what
got
was the
it.
choice? So it's either
I either get
eat
Taco,
Taco
Bell for a
Bell,
year whenever I want
go-
it,
or do
and
the
every
training?
time I eat it, I get smacked
By David Goggins.
and
Or
called
do
it
the
the-
training?
Probably hits pretty hard.
Or he gets
Or I
some-
try the Navy SEAL training and I fucking fail at it.
and he fails miserably. Are we ready?
Ready.
Chris, what do you got?
I think Chick would do the Navy SEAL training. I think he'd do it to say that he did it.
Yep. I'm with Chris on that one.
That's 3 for the Navy SEAL training.
Chick.
Chick, what do you pick?
I would do the Navy SEAL training.
All right, that's
All
Chick
right.
loves Taco Bell. Come on.
I mean, talk about cheap anyway.
But especially getting slapped right after every taco.
Yeah, I don't need to get called a disappointment after every time I eat it.
But you are going to be called a disappointment after you do the Navy SEAL training.
Yes, but
Right.
at least I don't mind being failing at something
Right,
that most
because
people
that's
fail
tough.
at.
But
Yeah,
one
exactly.
time
That was
thing.
There's
good.
hard
Yep.
ass dudes who
Yep.
fail at that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
You're right.
Good answer.
All right, this is a little bit of a wild card question. There's a this is not This is just a let's get into chick's head question, okay? We have.
I'm having fun with this.
We have
Yeah,
some
like-
well,
sprinkles
this is a
in.
good,
I like
well
There
thought out
are-
question.
Thank you for inviting me
Any
today,
Good, I'm glad
guys.
you're here.
Any psychologist listening, feel
Yeah.
free to right on in.
Now this one, we're gonna take the Chris, Shaba, and myself. We're gonna take this one off. This one is just to check. This is a midway
Why
question.
can't you guys guess?
Well, because you'll see the question,
All right.
or hear it, foreshadowing. This is something we're just gonna get to know you better by. Okay,
Yes,
chick.
no, chick.
What would you pick? Would you rather lose sight or hearing, and why?
I want to hear you guys' thoughts too.
I'm gonna write an answer.
Do you want everybody to?
Yes, I do.
Okay, all right.
Sight or hearing?
Yeah. What would you and why?
That's actually
That is actually tough. Let me think about it for 2 seconds. Okay.
sight or hearing. What would he lose?
Chris, you ready?
Yeah. Hearing.
Why?
Because there's subtitles on TV.
Yep.
Great answer.
I was actually thinking the same
That is a
thing, Chris.
great
The
answer.
same thing I was
Subtitles
thinking.
on the TV,
Yep,
man.
subtitles on the TV. He could still watch his show. He could still roll his blunt, smoke a yes.
Plus, I feel like being blind is so much worse.
Yeah.
It's very
Yeah.
It
difficult.
just sounds a lot harder.
Yeah.
Yep. Shaba,
Yeah,
what do you
same,
pick?
yeah, no, same thing. Exactly what Chris said. That's the same thing I was thinking in my
And
head.
the reason why is because of subtitles.
Subtitles.
This
he
is
could-
a real-
He could still, like I said, he could still roll blunts, joints, whatever. You know, he could still see. Like Chris said, if you lose your sight, then you're gonna need a
Yeah,
dog,
that
a
just
stick. You're gonna need help everywhere you go. Like, yeah, nah,
right.
definitely hearing.
I picked hearing as well.
Yeah, definitely
hearing as
hearing.
well. Yeah,
Do you have different reasoning why you picked hearing?
Well, you know what? I actually played it a little different. I thought we were doing it for why we would want it, why you would want hearing. So you don't have to
This
hear
is all
the
about
haters.
me. Why would you try and bring it back
Sorry,
to you?
because you don't have a problem with that. I pick hearing so you don't have to hear the haters.
I wish everybody could see that face.
That's just me figuring it out.
So
on the
after
fly.
careful deliberation in my head,
Uh-huh.
I came with the answer hearing. And I'll tell you the first
Why?
thing that popped into my head
Uh-huh.
was closed caption.
yeah, that's,
Really?
Yeah.
That was the first thing that popped into my head. Like, I could still watch movies.
Right.
I could still watch my baseball or football or basketball.
Yeah.
The big downside that I'm having to giving up my hearing is that I'm such a music lover.
Yeah.
And
You can't put
Right,
subtitles
that-
on music.
you can't
Right,
put
you do love the
subtitles on
music.
music.
Yeah.
That would be very hard to give up.
Right.
And I could still listen to all my sports if I didn't have my sight and I could hear music.
You could be like Beethoven and play music.
But I also
Yeah, you
can't.
could.
I'm also a big talker, so I can't talk to people
Yeah, I
now.
wish I could go deaf
But
around you.
you know,
Why can't you talk to people?
because I don't have my hearing.
But I feel like you talk to people anyway, and you don't hear what people are saying. So I don't
So
think it
what's
changes
really
much.
different?
But I still sound weird talking because when you don't hear, you can't talk.
Right. So what's
No,
different?
I think that's people that were
said
born.
hearing, yeah.
I think that's people that were born with hearing loss.
Oh, okay.
Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know.
If you can't hear yourself talk, you're gonna sound weird.
You sound a
Yeah,
little bit.
yeah, I
so
guess
I-
I'm
you're
not
sound-
knocking them, but it's just if you can't hear yourself, you're not gonna sound
I'm not
right.
knocking them, but talk better.
All right. Well, I guess we could put that as a check mark for all of us.
Yeah.
Because we all.
Yeah, you don't need the reasoning. I don't.
Yeah.
You know, that's tough. It's a
You're
two-part
right.
question. You all got
You're
one.
right. That was my little wild card. Okay.
And they technically got the closed captioning right.
Yeah.
That's really the first thing that came into my head.
It
I
was
just
the
Are
like,
you
first thing
su-
that I
now-
thought of.
now-
So maybe we get 2 checks.
Now, are you sure you didn't hear closed captioning? Like, yeah, it's a good one. I think.
No. I swear on my life. It's the
then you
first.
can't have chicks picks every.
It's the
every
first
week.
thing that came
Yeah,
into my
that's
head.
right.
What do I
Well,
do
that would
more?
help the show.
I would give up my job to watch TV.
He'd give up a
I know
toe
you
for
would.
Sunkissed.
Yeah,
you would.
Those are the two big things. Like it's either music or TV, and I love music.
you
but
love music. I remember even back
I
in the
do.
day. you
Yeah,
loved
I'm
music,
like obsessive with it. But
Motherfucker, that MC Hammer watch that played "You Can't Touch This." Like, come on,
you press the button, it
Yeah,
said
you can't touch this.
Can't touch this.
You had that watch?
Yeah.
Okay. Question number 9. What would chick pick? Your next tattoo is the Eli Manning ugly face. We're all aware what the Eli Manning ugly
Yeah,
face
yeah,
is.
Of course.
Yes.
And it has to be on your forearm. Or you become an earring enthusiast. Nipples, eyebrows, penis, everything. You're covered in earrings. And you have to wear a minimum of 8 earrings everywhere you go. To work, everywhere. There's nipple. There's.
This is easy. I'm done.
So what
I already
would you
have my
rather
answer.
Yeah, I got this.
Do you get the Eli Manning tattoo, the ugly face tattoo on your forearm, or you get the earrings?
Eli Manning.
Eli Manning.
Yeah.
Tat. I picked Eli Manning too.
Yeah, that's my quarterback.
Even with the ugly face.
I don't care.
It's like a joke.
Guy.
Because
It's
you
like,
know what? That ugly face, I could put a ring around it.
And people
Whoa!
be like, oh, that's a funny. I mean, well, you probably get mixed reviews, but people are like, oh wow, you got that's a
I
cool
can fit in
tattoo.
anywhere. Yeah, I hate Eli
Yeah,
Manning.
if you get piercings all over, people look at you like freak.
Yeah, I hate piercings everywhere. If it
Yeah,
was
plus,
just like my ears
a lot of
or
them,
one thing pierced, like, all right, whatever. But I'm not piercing everything.
Nah, piercings are.
Once you said pierce my cock, no way.
You know, on Prince Albert, is that like
Prince Albert. That's
Prince
the
Albert, right?
Which one's? That's what it's called.
Yeah, it's like when you get right. Isn't that when you pierce your head
Yeah,
and
I
you get a
think that's
chain
what it
from
is.
your head to your fucking balls?
Oh, not
yeah.
a fan of that. All right.
I never knew that.
Speaking of Eli Manning, number 10. Question number 10.
What
For
would
the-
chick pick?
What would chick pick? For the
If you're gonna
first
do it, be consistent.
Sorry. For the first time in your life, you get a job promotion.
That's not true.
It requires you to. None of these are true, okay? None of these are true. For the first time in your life, you get a job promotion. It requires you to work upwards of 65 to 70 hours a week.
It's a lot
You
of
continue
hours.
to soar up the corporate ladder.
Or
You're making more money than anyone ever thought possible.
In my dream,
You're the Babe Ruth of selling copy machines. Eventually, you have to relocate to Hasbrook Heights, New Jersey, and you have to quit the podcast. Or you get every Sherwin-Williams return for an entire 3 months. 3 months of Sherwin-Williams returns.
from the whole entire
The
company
entire company.
for 3 months.
3 months. That is a ton of money. We don't know the exact number, but is it a lot of? It is a lot
That's
of money.
got to be millions.
That's like
Yeah.
that might be. No, that's probably isn't Sherwin-Williams like worldwide?
yeah, that's probably
Yeah.
millions of dollars
Oh,
returned.
United
And there's
States.
big
I'm sorry,
orders.
United
United
States.
States?
There's probably
Yeah,
big
but
orders
still.
that get returned.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's a tough question. And I
That
got to
is.
quit everything and move to Hasbro, New Jersey.
That's
Well,
for the fax machines, I thought.
But you made money the right way. For the first time in your life, you're a superstar in the corporate world of copy machines.
What is this, 1980?
But you moved me to Jersey.
You went to Hasbrook Heights, well, because you've done so well. at
I
selling
hate
co-
New
this
Jersey.
is not Newark.
I know. Listen, I don't know. You can go both ways.
Camden.
This is one of those dumb answers I'm going to give.
But he moves to New Jersey and he quits the podcast.
It's not even the podcast. It's Jersey.
It's Dirty Jersey.
I'll quit the podcast for money.
All
You know
right.
what I mean? But I'm not. Jersey's where it's
This was
really
a
tough.
one. Yeah,
It's a tough one.
And I have no idea what that number is at Sherwin. I'm assuming
That's the
it's
thing.
millions.
You don't know.
That's what I'm going.
You don't
with.
know.
Can I Google Sherwin
No,
No,
Williams
you can't
returns?
Google. What the fuck is this?
You should know their returns
Everyone
pretty well by
listening's already
now.
asleep.
I mean, they have. If you had one,
Gotti.
you figure $50 a can of paint. It's one return a can of paint at every store.
Yeah.
There's
United States.
Hey,
man.
listen.
That's a lot of dough.
that's free $1 million, and I don't have to work 80 hours a week.
Mm.
All right, I think we know what you just did. Chris, what is chick pick?
Paint returns.
Paint returns.
Going with the paint.
Going
Easy
with
money.
the paint. Yeah, I am going with the paint returns as well. Chick, what did you pick?
I didn't think Jersey would be.
Give me that paint.
So you
Would take my chances.
You
on
went the
paint
easy way
return.
out.
I did. Went
You
the
did.
easy
Yeah.
way.
That's
You
the
don't-
easy way
no
out,
way.
though. That's like the
I'm
smooth
shocked that
way.
it was Jersey, though.
I think
that
you're
turned
dumb
him
if
off
you
to
want to
that.
work 80 hours a week and live in Jersey. I don't care how much money.
Hey,
you're
who's to
making.
say you don't get arrested for this little?
But you know what?
thing you're
Maybe
doing?
we get. It's not illegal. You're just giving me the returns. You didn't specify that I'm
all
breaking
right.
the law to
Oh,
get it.
yeah, you did
You
not,
just said
yeah.
whatever that lump sum of money is, I get
You're
it.
gonna
Yeah,
get it.
but you know what? I think it falls to me. That falls under the thing of like
You gotta look outside.
you
the
didn't
box.
work for your money. Something.
Oh, I'd take the easy way out,
Okay,
but it's not
that's what we need to
illegal.
know. You took the easy way out. I knew you'd take the easy way
You're
out.
dumb if you don't.
Okay, you're right. Maybe
Take a couple million to do nothing
Yeah,
and then do
nah.
whatever you
I'll
want.
probably take the easy way out too. on
Yeah,
that
you're
one.
a sucker if you don't.
I ain't
Yeah,
trying to
but
work
if it's
80
not
hours a
like
week.
that, yeah.
Listen, I love my job and I like what we do and I would love to really do well there. But if you're gonna give me a free few million, no job is worth denying.
You're gonna do it.
Yeah.
But you're making a few million just doing it the right way.
80 hours a week.
80 hours a week isn't a free.
Yeah, that's a lot. I mean,
80
I'd
hours
take
a
that
week.
money and then like reinvest
If you
it
said
somewhere.
40 hours a week, you just keep your schedule.
I didn't say 80.
You said
You
65
said
to
like
80.
70 to 80. I thought you
65
said.
to 70.
65 is still.
That's a lot.
That's still a lot.
It's still 15 hours more than we should work
Yeah.
at. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Whatever.
No,
it is.
it's a lot. It's a lot. But you did it the right way. At the end of the day, you get a gold watch.
Who gives a fuck about the right way?
Okay. Not you, apparently. Question 11. What would Chick pick? You rise through the ranks. You become a professional dart player. You go on tour. You're on the road. The road gets lonely. You strain your wrists.
I love the story
I
backgrounds
like
on
it
these.
too, yeah.
This is very good
Cracking
questions.
me up.
I'm gonna have to start over again. You're interrupting my whole flow. You're talking over the punchlines. Question 11. What would Chick pick? You rise through the ranks and become a professional dart player. You go on tour. You're on the road. The road gets lonely. You strain your wrists in a hotel room in Albuquerque by yourself. When
Skeet.
When you recover, you lose your gift. The internet finds out that you jerked your way out of the professional dart league. And from now on, they call you Tommy Tuggs.
Tommy Tuggs.
Tommy Tuggs.
You never really play darts again, but you're a legend. Maybe there's even a 30-30 about you. But you can never play darts again. You're done. You only lasted about 3 months. And you
Okay, I get it. Can you stop telling me that?
All because you tugged it.
Tommy Tuggs.
Tommy Tuggs.
He's saying 15 seconds of fame for...
Yeah, or you become a barroom dart champion. You're the best Murs has ever seen. Every room you walk into, you're the best at darts. I don't know why it's so funny to me.
Why it's so funny? Everybody thinks so you're an adult playing darts is fucking funny.
So you're the best dart player.
Between
in the
you
bar.
and Rob at work, I get made fun of over my dart play all the time.
So you become the best dart player in the bar scene, but you'll never go pro, and nobody will ever respect your game. What does Chick pick?
Oh, man.
I got an answer for this.
You do.
Yeah.
You need me to say it again?
might
This
get-
was
I
actually
might get- I might
fairly
get this
easy
one.
for me.
Was it?
Yeah?
Yeah.
I'm torn on this one.
Yeah, I am too, but I think I'm going to...
There's a simple thing that you should figure out the answer to this.
Stop trying to give away your answers.
They already wrote their answer.
I wrote
Chris,
down.
what do you pick?
Tommy Tuggs.
Tommy
Tommy
Tuggs.
Tuggs.
Tommy Tuggs.
Tommy
Tommy
Tuggs.
Tuggs 3 times. What do you pick, Tommy
Fuck
Tuggs?
Tommy Tuggs. I'd rather be a
Whoa!
Merge Circuit legend.
Are you serious?
Fuck, you want to be known as Tommy Tuggs the rest of my
Why
life?
not? I don't give a fuck. You know
Like,
what?
fucking got hurt jerking off?
Dude, you...
No!
But wait, how long was this pro?
I don't care about the money.
He's on the road.
I don't care about the money.
there's
If
not
I'm a
money.
Merge...
Man, you don't care about the money, but you're saying sure. You get
What did I
easy
text
money.
you guys about today?
I don't remember.
What did I text you about?
What? Oh, about the...
About my
No,
dart
you-
stats that
No, you
this
told
week.
me this.
Whatever. What did I
before.
tell you about?
Yeah, that you
That I seem happy about
you
that.
seem- yes, you
So
did.
doesn't
You
it
did.
seem
No, you're
likely
right.
enough
You're right.
that
You
just
know what?
being
I didn't
good in my
realize that.
own
Yeah,
area?
I didn't realize that.
For
I
all
didn't
those who
realize
don't know
that.
what I'm talking about, I found out my MERS, like my stats for my dart team
You did tell me this
across,
before.
and they give you your stats within the division.
Right.
And I had very good numbers within our division. I had the most wins in the whole division.
Okay, I'm sorry to bring this up. Are we ready for the next one?
Yes, we are. So I was bragging to my
I
friends about
forgot
it.
about the stats.
So you just want to be a MERS legend, and
Yeah,
nobody
I don't
nobody
care.
respects your game. That's it.
Yeah,
you could
because I don't want to be Tommy Tuggs. Nobody respects
Yeah,
Tommy
but you get the
Tuggs
30
either.
for 30. You got to
God,
be making
you
money
might
off of
You're on
it.
30 for 30.
30 for 30.
Maybe
Does
there's
anybody care about being on a 30 for 30 if it's about you being jerking off?
Hey.
But what if it's not? What if they choose to focus on the other?
They're going to focus on the Tommy Tuggs.
on your childhood and your...
What led him to be such a sexual deviant?
Okay.
How hard, Tommy Tugs? How hard
Tommy Tugs.
were you jerking?
You'd really have to yank that one.
There'll be a plaque on that hotel room in Albuquerque, just like
It's a tourist.
This is where Tommy tugged it.
These are the bed sheets.
Tommy tugged it. This is where he lost his gift. All right. We're coming down to the last two. Okay, guys? This right here is the last question, but we have another bonus question that we're going to throw in there too, because I want to know the answer. We all do.
Okay.
Question 12. You become the Steve Bartman of the Mets. Okay? You're ostracized at Citi Field.
Can you say that word again?
Ostracized at Citi Field.
Just want to make sure you got it right at least once.
If he talks over my question one more time. You become the Steve Bartman of the Mets. You're ostracized at Citi Field. And when something goes wrong, they call it the chick. Of course, you don't back down, and now you're hated by everyone, not just Met fans. Or you become the Jerry Sandusky of the Farmingdale Hawks. Nothing's proven, but the rumors are strong, and they don't go away.
All right, you're not coaching my son now.
Maybe there's some pickets outside of the house. What does chick pick?
Now, is he Tommy Tugs in this scenario too?
Now, everybody, if you're listening at home, if you're unaware who Steve Bartman is, he was a guy that
Got kicked out of Chicago.
Yeah, pretty much.
The Cubs were about to win the World Series, and he reached out and he became.
I don't think it was the World Series though.
It was not the World Series. It was not
to get them to the World Series.
NLCS.
It was against the Florida
Yes.
Marlins. You're
Yes.
right. It wasn't the World. It was to get them into the
Yes.
World Series.
And
you know,
Alou, right? Alou? Was,
Yeah,
and
Moises
Moises
Alou.
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 He got so mad.
Yeah, he was pissed.
I mean, that guy can never see another Cubs
I have
game
my
ever
answer.
again.
No, they invited him back.
Did they?
Yeah.
Yeah, eventually it all after they
When
won.
the year they won.
The
yeah.
All right,
year
so
they won.
20
But I don't
years-
think people still like him.
20 years maybe you go back. All right.
And you know what's funny? They did the 30 for 30 on Bartman, and they showed the ball, and like everybody around him had their hands up too. It just happened to
I
go
know,
in
it just had to
his.
be
Yeah.
him. Yeah, it would happen to anybody.
Yeah.
All right, Chris, what'd you pick?
Bartman.
Bartman.
I went with Bartman because Sandusky is.
Yeah, I mean, that's
I went with Jerry Sandusky
Oh
of the
my-
Farmingdale Hawks.
Oh my god,
Fuck you.
that's fucked up.
Nobody wants to be known as fucking diddling
Nobody
boys.
wants to be a kid.
Well,
Yeah.
listen, the
Give me the
rumors.
Steve Bartman of the New York Mets. I don't care. Let them call it the chick. I'm not diddling.
He's
little
watching
kids.
it from home anyway.
I'm not fucking the diddling fucking
Yeah,
little
that's
kids.
fucked
you
up.
I'm not
sick
saying you
fuck.
did it.
After that, I don't
The
even think
rumors
like
are
I
strong.
said-
I don't even want to be associated with
Yeah,
that.
I don't even think I
bro.
want Jackson playing football on your team.
Yeah.
If
Yeah,
you
but
get
I mean,
one.
look at the bright side. You became a coach of the Farmingdale Hawks. All right. I got that one wrong. All right, this is the last one, and this is just sort of a fun question that I want to know.
Yeah, let's see how fun this is.
It's fun. It's stupid. All right. What would chick pick? Number 13. The guys from the whole podcast privately reach out. They say they want you to join their show, but only you, not those other guys you're with. They want you to leave the adult babies. Or do you decline the offer and you're never invited back on any other podcast anymore and you stay with the adult babies? What's a chick pick?
I got this one, no brainer.
Any podcast or just the whole podcast?
He's done with podcast.
done.
The whole starts to talk to other podcasts. Like,
Right,
we
so
don't
they're
just-
like, fuck him, yeah.
They, you know,
Ooh.
what does he pick?
Anybody who knows me should know this.
Or he joins the whole, and he becomes listen, the whole they get more listeners, and you know we'll see. What's this chick pick? Number 13, Chris. What
I
do
think
you?
he sticks with the show.
Ooh,
I think he sticks with adult
Ooh.
babies.
I think he does too, and I think it's a mistake. What do you pick?
I'm not known for making good decisions, so I would stay with the adult baby show.
But you're loyal.
Perfect
You're
answer.
I'm a fucking loyal.
You're an asshole, but you're loyal.
Yeah.
I'm an asshole, but I'm a loyalist.
You are.
That is the perfect answer. All right, gentlemen.
Do you realize, because I just put our initials down for our show as my answer, and our initials of our show would be Tabs.
Tabs. I like it. Just like the
Sponsored
Tab.
by Tab.
yeah, it's
Tabs.
sponsored by Tab.
All right, guys. So, gentlemen in the room, I want you to add up your check marks.
I got 2 wrong.
and 1.
Ooh, 11 out of 13. There's a lot of X's over there.
It was that damn finger one. That got
He
me.
didn't seem too good either. The Shops, you should have this running away. Shops, make sure you count that.
You have to understand, these questions are a little off.
No,
Chick.
anybody who knows me knows the answers. I loved your questions,
11.
by the way. I was
These were
thoroughly
great.
impressed by your questions. I had a lot of fun with this game.
All right,
The
good.
stories were fantastic.
Yeah, I like the little stories.
Chris, how many check marks did you have? How many did you have right?
9 right.
Ooh, 9 out
That's
of
a
13.
I got 11 out of 13.
I have to check mine again because it's saying 8 on the page and I don't believe it.
Wait, did B lose
Wow.
his own game?
B
I
went
lost-
out on a limb on some stupid
I did
one.
went out.
Yeah,
I went out on a limb,
Yeah.
and I didn't. You know what? Here's the mistake I think I made.
Sandusky.
And Lake Wampaupack.
Yeah,
Lake Mount.
I did these before I came here today. I should have did them at the table because you gave away like 4 questions where I was like, oh shit, I got that wrong. Just by your general, I don't know what's the word is.
Demeanor?
Demeanor.
Demeanor, yeah.
All right.
Well,
I got all 13 right.
Ding, 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 ding.
That was great. I actually would like
I like
to play
that.
that another day.
That was
good.
that
We'll
was
do that again, guys. Thank you for.
Welcome to the Adult Babies Game Show. What would Chick pick?
Yeah. Yeah. Thanks for playing along. By the way, she's on salary. She's our new announcer.
She's our new announcer. You know what would
like
be
she's
better
out of
now?
breath.
What else Chick would pick would be his movie picks.
Chick's
Ooh.
Chick's
Yeah.
picks are real
Way to go
right
into
now.
Let's hear your picks.
And I got some good ones. Because I told you, I've been backed up with these.
You've been backed up.
So
Yeah.
I have a couple. I believe most of these are all on Netflix. But the first one is on Hulu.
Oh, Hulu. I like Hulu.
It stars Patricia Arquette. It is called The Act. And it's a series based on the true story where that mom suffering from Munchausen syndrome.
Munchausen?
Munchausen
Yeah.
syndrome is like basically super protective
That's what
of
Eminem
their
had to
kids.
deal
and
with,
they,
right?
They make their kids believe that they're sickly and depend
Oh,
on
there was a
them.
documentary about that on
yeah,
HBO.
yeah.
This is about.
Oh, it's about that mom?
This is the series, like I said, about that documentary.
Oh.
Dead Mom Dearest, or
Yes.
something like that.
Yeah.
You make me say ostracized twice. I'm gonna make you say that sentence twice.
Patricia Arquette's in it. I love Patricia Arquette ever since True Romance. I recommend that for everybody. It's a great show.
I saw that
again, it's on
2020
Hulu.
episode. That was good.
Yeah.
Oh, they have a 2020 of it too.
Yeah, when it came out.
What a sick fuck people are. That
No,
shit like.
I thought that was a HBO documentary about her.
No, was it? Oh, it was HBO.
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
what it
all
was.
right. I
Yeah,
thought
yeah.
that was a 2022.
Sorry.
That's when they killed the mother, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Way to give out the ending.
Oh, I mean,
No, I'm joking. I'm joking.
Oh, well.
But again, it's the act.
Who don't have Hulu, you can watch it on HBO.
It's
right?
the act on Hulu or the
Something tells me it
documentary on
wasn't
HBO.
the act of her making dinner for the mother.
Yeah.
So let's.
I don't have
We
Hulu.
figured it out.
The other movie, which is a surprise casting of this, and he was excellent in it, was Extremely Wicked, Shockingly Evil, and Vile on Netflix.
Wow, I heard the complete opposite
I-
of this, but go on.
Yeah.
Zac Efron was cast to be Ted Bundy.
Oh, I want to see this. Yeah.
And I actually thought when I first heard it, I'm like, I can't see it. He's going to be terrible.
Yeah.
Watched it, was completely flipped, and I thought he was actually excellent. And it's basically about a woman who falls for Ted Bundy, doesn't believe. It's just like the time when he was getting arrested and starting to get accused of all this shit, and the girl sticking through him like during it. And Zac Efron's in it, and I thought he was excellent. What did you hear about it?
I just heard it wasn't that great. I heard
the same.
I heard-
Okay, maybe not thinking the movie was that great. I mean, I really did like the movie and thought it was good, and I actually heard the complete opposite. So I'm actually
Well, I
surprised.
heard the complete opposite of that. Aren't we a little Ted Bundy'd out?
Well, they did that. But
He's
they
been around
they
lately,
usually
right?
do
Well,
that.
yeah.
The tapes.
But they
and
usually
everything.
do that in like unison and for a reason. Like you release the tapes, so
And then-
everybody gets interested in the
and then the movie
documentary, and
comes-
then you show a
documentary
movie
comes out.
about it.
I guess. I don't know. It just seems like a by the time
John Malkovich plays the judge, and he's fucking amazing in it.
the
Judge.
judge.
Anybody who likes John Malkovich, he's,
I like John
he's
Malkovich.
absolutely
Yeah, he's funny,
amazing
yeah.
in it.
I just went through that whole Ted Bundy
Tapes?
like
I
six
thought those
part.
10 Buddy tapes were awful.
I liked it. I liked
Oh
it.
my god, I was
Not
like
even-
falling asleep.
Not
during
even
that
listen
shit.
to him.
I didn't finish it, but
Such
you know
a
that's just
millennial
me.
thing to say.
Why?
I don't know.
Boring.
It was awesome. I like that stuff though. I'm a little.
It was a little too much of Ted Bundy. for me.
Like it was just
Ted Bundy overkill.
Yeah.
Come on.
Not even watch it.
Ted
But
Bundy
listen, whatever it was.
overkill.
All right, what's another pick?
My second to last pick, and this was a surprise because I didn't expect to watch this. I had nothing to watch one day. I fell ass backwards into it. It's on HBO. It's called At the Heart of Olympic Gold, inside the USA Gymnastics scandal.
God, chick, I watched that 2 days ago.
I thought
and
you were going to make fun of me.
Not at all. The waterworks that came out of these eyes, these beautiful blue eyes.
You were crying?
I cried.
Really?
I was disgusted.
When those women got back up there and they told
Oh.
that sick bastard.
Yeah, when everyone's there.
Oh, you saw it too, Shams?
Well, no, like I know he's talking about
You know
the
what?
trial and stuff.
You know,
yeah.
you should
Oh,
watch
see,
it.
I never paid attention to when it was going
No,
on, so
yeah,
I
I-
didn't
So it's
know
about
much.
Larry Nasser
Yeah.
and the USA
right.
women's gymnastics. That sick bastard
Yeah,
that
he
he
is.
is.
This guy used to put his fingers inside the girl's vagina.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
This is one, how any girl can. I mean, listen, I get it. If you're not in that situation, it's hard to say what you would do. But for anybody to think that was
Normal?
was beyond me. But he would basically stick his fingers inside the girl's vaginas and tell them that whatever he was rubbing in there was going to fix like a pain on their arm
Yeah.
or leg or
Yeah.
something completely absurd, that there was like a nerve that connected.
Super
Yeah, that's-
creepy.
yeah.
But this guy would
Yeah,
do
it's-
shit like this in front of their
Yeah,
parents.
that's
Yeah,
what
I
you have
know.
to.
If I was
Whoa,
a parent,
wait,
yeah.
he was doing this in front of the parents.
Dude,
The parents
I feel
were in
like
the room.
a lot of these documentaries, it's like, how dumb are these fucking parents?
Yeah,
You know
but
what, though? But,
they
like,
didn't know that it was.
They
going
didn't
on.
know it was going on. Like, 'cause
They'd be
they're kind
there-
of under something, and you're talking to them, and every like
Right.
the kid's going off the mother's going off. You think that he
Yeah.
wouldn't be doing this in front of everybody. Like, it was just weird. He was doing it at Michigan State
Yeah.
and the women's gymnastics
Yeah.
team for the Olympics.
And there was like a
and
lot,
there was like
right?
hundreds of girls who
Yeah.
came out. Some
100,
tried defending the
150 or
guy,
something.
but like,
But
Oh my god.
it was a total move of like a predator move where he would sort of do this in a way where their parents were there, where they were young enough, where they're like, well, my dad is here, my mom's here.
he
It
would
must
have
be-
them go to his house and like his office in his
Basement.
house and his basement. Like, it was just weird,
Yeah,
bro.
that's fucked up.
And the Michigan State like swept it under the fucking
Yeah,
Yeah,
rug.
that's-
That was the
yeah.
sickening
Yeah,
thing
that's-
about it the
yeah,
most.
That's messed
That
up.
Is
woman-
fuck Michigan State.
That woman Caroline,
Michigan State,
whatever
though,
her
those
name
are
is.
college kids.
Well, what happens? Well, most gymnasts are in college.
Right.
Well, no,
At that
they
age.
they were like 13, but
Oh, they were-
there was
okay.
at a facility at
He
Michigan
worked
State.
as the gymnast. No, but he also worked for the Michigan State girls gymnast team. He worked for the Olympic team.
USA.
And he did like, they had basically camps for girls all over the country to come in, and he worked at those too with like 13-year-old girls. A sick fuck.
Yeah, it was gross. And the people, I was so disgusted with not only him, he's got a major, issue, obviously, but the people that sort of hit it, like sort of, that heard it. I was
Oh, it's just as
I was almost more
Yeah.
bothered by them.
That's what I said. It was. I
like,
didn't
this
get
guy's a
teary eyed
sick-
even when they were doing all that. I was more angry and disgusted
Right, yeah.
at the people like deep involved. It was just sickening.
That guy's a sicko, and it's like he's got some major issues.
And he denies it.
He even till
He looks like a creep too.
Yeah,
You
he
like look
does.
at him.
Yeah, he
Fucking
does.
creep.
and
But
it took
yeah,
like a
fuck
family.
that guy.
I think it was like a family friend of. It was like a family friend that she got this procedure done, and she finally spoke up. But so many girls spoke up about it.
Yeah.
But people were just like, "Come on, I've known this guy 20 years. He would never do it.
Yeah, he would
You
never,
must have
yeah.
misunderstood."
I just
Oh.
don't get how people can defend somebody in instances like that when they weren't there and don't really know. They're just judging off of their
Yeah.
relationship with the guy. And second, all right, one person says it, your word against theirs. Maybe even two, which I think is starting at one too many. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
come on, these was like 100 girls.
that's
Like
bad.
it was.
Yeah, it was,
they did 7 days of victims coming to talk to him.
Yeah, on the trial. Yeah.
It was tough.
It was
to
just
watch.
anger. Like I wasn't as teary eyed as
I
much
was-
as I was angry.
I was angry, but then watching the girls like say what
I like
Oh
seeing
my
stuff
God.
like that.
Me too.
As far as the
The
girls
fa-
going out and
by
saying
the
the,
way,
father attacked
the
him. I
father
remember
attacked-
seeing that.
yeah.
In court, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He goes, he asked the judge to give him like 2 minutes in the room by
Yeah.
himself, and then he's like, "All right, 1 minute. Let me at him right now," and then like just
He went
attacked
at
him.
him.
Oh,
Yeah.
I love that. I love like even the one that he knew the longest, knew 30 years.
Yeah.
That one, and like you could see it really got to him, and he was crying. He's like, these women, they were like family. It's
No, I agree.
gross. It's just it's depressing to watch. It was like it's just gross to watch that's out there in the world,
Dude, it's
But I like
out
this-
there way more than we.
Oh, it
even
totally
know,
is.
Too. It's
It
fucking
totally
gross.
is. There's something like, but I did, as awful as it is and was, watching those girls come back.
Yeah,
at him,
that part was
see,
like
that's-
actually.
yeah,
cool.
I
like-
love that
yeah,
part.
it's, like,
I love that.
powerful, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, that, and I
it was.
actually
It was
thought that part was.
powerful.
It didn't make me teary eyed as much as it, like, that was.
Allie
awesome.
Raceman when
I
she
was just gonna
She
say
was
how-
the
Yep.
first
Yeah.
one who said everything, right?
no, she wasn't gonna.
That was
testify.
the girl that I liked the most.
Allie Raceman.
I respect the person who does it first over anybody.
Allie Raceman wasn't gonna testify, but she was a big Olympic.
She was huge, yeah.
I
medalist
remember
in
that,
one.
yeah.
And she gave him this look at the end, where she goes,
But like,
"You're
why
nothing."
should she get more credit over this? And I get it, she's the big Olympic star and whatever. But the other girl's the one who's the only reason why it happened.
Well, yeah, no,
Yeah.
it-
You know what I'm saying? Like,
I get
she's the
that.
one who deserves all the credit for
Right.
that.
But she's the one that's like, I guess, well known. Like,
No, you need that spokesperson to
but
get it out in the
her
open. But
what she said.
shit like that, like, give the other girl the credit.
They all got enough. I think
Well,
they
they
all got
gave
the
that
credit.
girl a lot of credit
They
too.
did,
All of a sudden,
but-
even the judge said something to her.
They definitely did.
What was her name? That's bothering me. I wish I could.
I forget, but the one of the famous ones that Allie Raceman. She put it great, and she was like, I wasn't gonna say that. I wasn't gonna come up here and testify, but it's because of all these girls that came up before me. So she right away gave it up for everybody,
yeah.
and then she gave this unbelievable
Yeah, the
look,
death stare.
like you're nothing. She's
Yeah.
like you're nothing now.
You can be in
Larry
jail the rest of your
Nassar.
life,
Yeah.
fucking
Yeah.
loser. You should
And
be.
then the judge is great too. The judge is unbelievable too. She was like,
she shit on his
Oh.
letter. Right? He's the one who wrote the letter to the
yeah,
judge.
he wrote this
Yeah.
letter, and you could see he was a total.
You know what's great? And I'm sorry to
No.
cut you off, B.
Don't.
Don't get all annoyed and pissy.
I'm not. It's
B
bothering me.
used to
how-
get mad
how
at me
this-
when I would give my summaries of these things and say I did way too much about it, and it's just supposed to be a recommendation, a little brief, and go see it.
Okay.
And I have no problem. I enjoy talking about this stuff, but I just
Sorry.
like to, when you get really passionate about something,
This one struck
you
a
want-
nerve.
Exactly, and that's
Okay,
how I
but
feel
this
about
is
most of
different
my
than you
picks.
talking about. I don't know.
I'm just
Spaceballs
passionate
3,
about my.
whatever.
I'm
Spaceball 3,
passionate
when did that come
about
out?
my picks. Is all I'm saying.
I know.
Schwartz?
And I'm sorry to cut you off. Continue.
No. Yeah, I was
Continue,
done.
my
It-
friend.
you know what? It just it
irritated
It
you.
charges me up.
Yeah.
It's just
Tommy's
sick.
an
and
interrupter,
it's-
bro.
Ugh.
Dude, that's like, you know what? I'm going to not do one of my other picks. I'm going to pick this one instead just because.
Why?
this
Because I'm
was a
going to
show-
go off on another rant.
No, this show made me feel like it made you feel.
Okay.
It's called Weed the People.
Weed the people?
Weed. And I know it sounds funny, but it's actually a very serious
Is that
film.
on Netflix?
Yes.
I think I passed
It's about pediatric cancer
Okay.
and how they're actively using cannabinoids, which are, in weed and CBD and even THC to an extent, to really fight cancer. And, not just to help with symptoms, but, dude, this thing, you want to talk about getting emotional?
Yeah.
I was teary-eyed and
Oh,
choked
yeah.
up for about an hour
Yeah.
probably
Oh, I gotta see
watching
that.
this.
Yeah.
All right.
Because they're showing you about 4 or 5 stories
Yeah.
of people who are using it. I don't want to go into details. Not all of them were happy endings,
Right.
but for the most
Right.
part, this stuff does work.
Yeah.
And the whole thing is how it's not being studied enough. Like, we know it helps, but it's still not even being. There's not study. We
Yeah,
don't
it still
know
has that
how it.
stigma.
Yeah,
attached
it has
to
such a
yeah,
bad
yeah.
stigma, and it's still not being legalized, and there's like no reasons why it's not being studied as much as it should be. But this one infant baby had to go through so much stuff. It had to get chemo. It had to do this. But the weed that they were giving it, like they were injecting it with like oils, shrunk a tumor. It literally killed the tumor. And like it helped other people. Like one case, obviously nothing helps everybody. Some people
Yeah.
are just, it is what it is. But it's all about pediatrics, so it's very hard to watch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anybody with
Yeah.
kids,
Yeah, that's tough.
yeah.
that's what I'm saying. Anybody with kids, but here's the thing, though. I think people who have kids and who maybe it would affect more should watch this stuff. Not that you think anything's ever going
Right.
to happen to you, but this stuff is good to know. Like, it's
It is, yeah.
like people get told that your kid has to go through chemo or your kid has to do this, but there are other medicines out there and things that can help along with chemo or You try this first. If it doesn't work, then you do the chemo.
Yeah.
And it was just, it's not a stupid one about pot. It's very intelligently done. It's just a really, and it's kind of, it tugs on your emotions.
Yeah.
So,
Tommy Tugs.
Tommy
Tugs.
I'll tell you one thing. Once I became a father, I became soft. Like anything
Well,
that's on
that's-
TV, like
you know what's funny?
I'm fucking crying.
Yeah.
I'm like, if I see something like anything, I'm just
My
like, oh my god, what am I doing? Like
my sister-in-law will tell me, like, you recommended this, like, you're an idiot. I can't watch these things anymore because I have kids, or and there's things where I
tough,
forget
man. It's
Yeah.
tough,
because you don't
man.
have a kid, you don't
Yeah.
think something might hit
Yeah.
somebody else a little harder.
Right. Well, I have a niece, and like I can't imagine what it's like to have an actual.
Well,
kid.
listen,
It's
and
tough,
that's what I'm
man.
thinking about now that
By
I
the way,
have.
all right, you broke your nephew's finger, so I
I
don't know.
didn't.
He did not.
No,
he did.
no,
Yeah.
that's when I fucked up.
Yeah.
That's
all
the
right.
one I didn't.
I said he was gonna break
Apologize.
I apologize.
I would not smoke pot for 10 years to let him keep his little finger good.
Wow, what a good guy.
Wow, that's
you
good.
are good.
That's a good.
I
guy.
am. But no,
Turns
and that's what
out.
I was saying. Once I have my nephews, like, even though they're not mine, I still, love them like they're mine.
I have a hard time watching, like Shop
That's what I was saying.
yeah.
Like, but I think, and I'm like, oh my God, this is
know.
like, but this to me is stuff that needs to be out there and people need to know about this. Instead of hiding from it because it's too sad.
Yeah.
I think these are things that people need to really like. I think weed in the medical field is something that really needs to be pursued more.
Yeah, it's natural.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that it's going to end all be
natural,
all and
grows from the
fix
ground.
everything.
No, but it should at least
But
be
it's
studied.
natural with no real side effects. It doesn't have any carcinogens in it, so people think no one ever gets cancer from it, and it should be studied. It's not a matter of it's definitely. Let's just study it and see if it can.
Yeah, I
That's
agree.
the crazy part. You're not even allowed to study it.
That's
Yeah.
they're really there's like one study, and they're like in other countries that have been like this just hasn't been really well
But
studied.
here's a bottle of pills to take.
Yeah.
Yeah, they'll throw pills down your
Yeah.
throat.
And then I mean
Well,
that was it.
pot has a bad stigma for people like you too. So you don't help.
Well, listen, you know what, people? I get it, but alcohol and other stuff do
Yeah.
more harm to the body than
Oh,
Definitely do. Yeah.
this.
For sure.
And I know people don't want to hear any more picks, but
Can I throw one more pick
Yeah,
in there?
do
We can.
On Netflix, Tim Robinson, I Think You Should Leave. Check that out. They're like 15 to 20 minutes. That guy was on Saturday Night Live, and they didn't use him well. I'll just put it that way. It's a little out there, but it's some of the funniest. It's just sketch show. One of the-
sketch shows are great.
It's hilarious. He's got one about going to work. Jesus Christ. Am I high myself?
Really
Way to do your
selling it.
pick. You're really selling
Really
this
selling
pick.
it.
I wasn't planning on selling
What's
it.
the name?
I said Tim
It's
Robinson.
Tim Robinson.
I Think You Should Leave.
I think you should leave on Netflix.
Yeah.
Boom.
It's great. Check that
There's
out.
one with the guy.
You know who's got a new special too on Netflix
He's
that was
playing-
good? Was Anthony Jeselnik has one called
Does he?
Fire
You
in
know
the
what? It is good.
Fire in the
Yeah.
Maternity
He's
War.
funny, I think,
If
right?
anybody hasn't
Blonde-
seen
blonde
Anthony
hair.
Jeselnik, he is
is
my
very
favorite
funny.
comic
He's out
right
like
now.
he just lets
Dude,
it.
he's
Oh, yeah.
he's
Fun.
below the belt comedy.
Yeah, he's
He did
dark
some
humor.
comedy roast, right? On Comedy Central.
He's a roaster.
Yeah,
He's
he's a
really
roaster. Okay,
he's known
yeah,
very well
right,
for his
okay.
roast. But I'm a huge fan of his, and I thought that shit was
But
excellent.
yeah, that special was
you
really
saw
good.
it too. It
That
was.
was
It was
great.
so good. But yeah, that's all the picks I got,
is.
and I think that was.
By the
more
way,
than
if
plenty.
you also, when you watch Tim Robinson, there's a guy that's in there called Connor O'Malley. Really funny comic. He's dating A.D. Bryant, who's a, I don't know if you guys know A.D. Bryant.
no.
Nope.
You should. She's been on Saturday Night Live.
You
for
know
the
what?
last
I
10
feel like
years.
if I seen her, I would know.
You would
her,
know
but
her,
I
if I
don't-
see her face.
She's got a show on Hulu called Shrill. But Connor O'Malley is great in his own right, and he's got a web series from a few years ago called How to Make It in the USA.
He can't talk.
You
I
good,
can't.
buddy?
I'm out of it.
Can you quit your job so you can
I
be a little
I
better
might
at
have
the
to quit my
podcast?
job, honestly.
You know, the other podcasts, oh no, when I was on last time, I think you just started.
Yeah.
I see a big difference though. You can't talk tonight.
I'm slowing.
Yeah, you
I'm
should
slowing down.
Yeah,
my
you should
body's
quit.
breaking down. It might have been that jet Gforce.
Gforce.
Took me out.
Gforce.
The G-Force. But
All right,
everybody,
guys.
if you made it this far, we appreciate you listening. Shaba, thanks
Yes,
for coming
thanks.
on.
Thanks
Shaba,
for having
thank
me.
you for
Yeah.
coming
We'll try
on.
and get you as the third one. We had a
All
lot
right,
of fun with the
let's
game
do it.
today.
Yeah.
Again, if you guys want to answer those questions on your own, send answers to our Instagram account or our email at adultbabyshow at
gmail.com. Or you can fill out the contact form
Or
on
you-
our website, adultbabyshow.com.
Yeah,
And
there
if you
go.
have questions of your own, that you think would be better, send them our way.
Ooh.
Like,
Write 'em
Yeah,
in.
because we're probably going to redo some of these games, and we're going to start having other games. So any other ideas?
Yeah.
We love feedback, people. Review us on
Yeah, write in.
iTunes. Write in, review us.
That's cool though.
Do it.
Thank
Send
you
in
for
questions
listening.
for Chick, and we'll use them as part of the
Yeah.
next round
Yep.
of games. That'll be fun.
or we'll make fun of you
Or
live
we'll
on the
make fun of you.
podcast.
Yeah,
Like that was an awesome.
exactly. And if you want us to shout you out or not on the podcast, let us know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So thanks for listening, guys. Love you.
See you next time.
Shabba.